In today's video, I am going to teach you how to average wind directions in Excel. When you work with wind data, you may notice that the direction values wrap around at 360 degrees. For example, 350 degrees and 10 degrees are actually very close to each other, even though a simple arithmetic average would make them look far apart. That is why we use a trigonometric approach that correctly handles the circular nature of directions. To begin, you will copy the formula that performs this calculation. On your screen, locate the exact expression you need to use. Stu-sate, degrees atan to average cos radians, average sin radians, plus 360. This formula converts your degree values into radians, averages the sine and cosine components, and then converts the result back into degrees. The mob function also keeps the final answer within the 0 to 360 range, which is what you want for wind direction. Now take a moment and make sure you are copying the entire formula exactly as written, including all parentheses and commas. Even a small change can cause Excel to return an error. Once you have it copied, we will move on to placing it into the correct cell on your worksheet. Next, click cell B2 on your active worksheet. Cell B2 is where you will display the averaged wind direction. If your wind direction data is already in column A, with the values listed from row 2 through row 10, then B2 is a sensible place to start the computed result. As you click, make sure B2 is selected so that when you paste the formula, it goes in the correct location. After selecting B2, press Ctrl+V to paste the formula into the formula bar. Watch the formula appear in the formula bar at the top of Excel. If anything looks slightly different, pause and correct it now because the formula needs to match exactly. Pasting is usually quick, but it is important to confirm that Excel shows the full formula rather than truncating it or stopping early. Once you see the full formula in the formula bar, press Enter on your keyboard. This is the step that triggers Excel to instantly calculate the true average direction. You should see a numeric result appear in cell B2. That number should represent the average wind direction in degrees, properly accounting for wraparound near 0 and 360 degrees. If you do not immediately see the result change, it may be because Excel is still recalculating. In most cases, the calculation appears right away. Also note that the result is not an arbitrary number. It is the angle derived from the average sine and cosine values of your original directions. Before you rely on the outcome, it is crucial to confirm your raw degree values are entered in range A2 to A10. The formula specifically references A2 through A10, and that means those cells should contain the wind directions you want to average. If your dataset uses a different range, you would need to adjust the reference cells, but for this workflow, we are focusing on A2, A10 exactly. To verify, look at column A and confirm that the wind directions are formatted as numbers in those rows. If any cells are blank, contain text, or contain missing entries, Excel may not calculate the way you expect. Ensuring clean numeric input helps the formula return a reliable average. At this point, you have completed the essential process. You used the trigonometric averaging formula, pasted it into cell B2, pressed Enter, and confirmed that the source wind directions are correctly stored in A2, A10. That is all there is to it. That covers everything you need to know.